Elspeth sighed contentedly at this, and then, after a moment, said softly, "Have you missed me, Harry?" Looking at her, sitting in the dusk with the green leaves behind her, in her dusty gown, with the tangled gold hair framing that lovely face, so serene in its stupidity, I suddenly realized there was only one sensible way to answer her. What with the shock and haste and fear of our flight, it absolutely hadn't occurred to me until that moment. And afterwards, lying in the grass, while she stroked my cheek, it seemed the most natural thing. As if this wasn't Madagascar at all, with dreadful danger behind and unknown hardship before. In that blissful moment, I dreamed of the very first time, under the trees by the Clyde, on just such a golden evening, and when I spoke of it, she began to cry at last, and clung to me. "You will bring us there again, home," says she. "You are so brave and strong and good, and keep me safe. Do you know," she wiped her eyes, looking solemn, "I never saw you fight before. Oh, I knew, to be sure, from the newspapers and what everyone said, that you were a hero, I mean, but I did not know how it was. Women cannot, you know. Now I have seen you, sword in hand. You are rather terrible, you know, Harry, and so quick." She gave a little shiver. "Not many women are lucky enough to see how brave their husbands are, and I have the bravest, best man in the whole world." She kissed me on the forehead, her cheek against mine. I thought of her finger under that crushing boot, of the way she'd stood up in the bushes and walked straight out, of the bruising ride from Antan, of all she'd endured since Singapore, and I didn't feel ashamed exactly, because you know it ain't my line, but I felt my eyes sting, and I lifted her chin with my hand. "Old girl," says I, "you're a trump." "Oh, no," says she, wide-eyed. "I'm very silly and weak and not a trump at all. Feckless, Papa says. But I love to be your old girl." She snuggled her head down on my chest. "And to think that you like me a little, too. Better than you like the horrid Queen of Madagascar, or Mrs. Leo Lade, or those Chinese ladies we saw in Singapore, or Kitty Stevens, or—" "My dearest, what is the matter?" "Who the hell," roars I, "is Kitty Stevens?" "Oh, do you not remember? That slim, dark girl with the poor complexion and soulful eyes she thinks so becoming, although how she supposes that mere staring will make her attractive I cannot think. You danced with her twice at the cavalry ball, and assisted her to negus at the buffet."